shaped by endless ambition, we must ask, what is sustainability? Is it merely survival or a commitment to living in harmony with nature? Across landscapes transformed by human hands, how much change is too much change? The line between progress and destruction has blurred as greed breeds a relentless cycle of extraction and exploitation. We take, we consume, and we expand, often forgetting the price paid by the land, water, and life itself. These are not acts of nature, they are man made disasters.
Nestled in the thumb of Michigan, the Pigeon Wiscoggin watershed is a mix of agriculture fields, industries, wetland, and few forest. It is a vital ecosystem supporting biodiversity, local communities, and even Michigan's economy. But as we advance, this balance has been disrupted. Once teeming with the wetlands, this watershed has been artificially destroyed by human activity.
In this time lapse, we witness the watershed's changing landscape over time. Once home to Manomin and the Anishinaabe tribe, it is now diminished by industrial agriculture and energy industries, highlighting alarming environmental degradation. This journey emphasizes the urgency to protect and reclaim these critical areas, prompting action to preserve the ecosystem.
These patterns help us to understand various actors in the watershed. The industrialization of agriculture has increased the use of pesticide and fertilizer, leading to soil degradation that directly impacts wetlands. As farming practices become more mechanized and industrial, waste from these chemicals flows into the streams, harming wetland ecosystem. To understand the delicate relationship between the water system and the shoreline, we start by exploring the rivers that shape this watershed. Among them, the Pigeon River is the largest but also the most polluted. Originating in Caseville, it flows across the watershed. By focusing on the Pigeon River as prototype, we can zoom in further to Caseville, examine the nuances and opportunities for the restoration in more detail.
Zooming further in, it becomes evident that this region is naturally surrounded by water. The topography and the hydrology suggest that this land was designed to support extensive wetlands. However, industrialization and agricultural expansion have fundamentally altered its natural character, turning it into what we could best describe as a cut and fill project.
The study further focuses on initiatives by Michigan departments that are driving changes. Efforts to restore and protect the wetlands, improve water quality, and promote sustainable practices, helping revitalize the ecosystem. Thus, it becomes important to reclaim the rights of water and regain the ecosystem for the watershed to thrive, where we try to reclaim the wetland, shoreline, and ecosystem through different phases and following the natural process from understanding the existing site to regrowth of the native ecosystem. The process begins by identifying areas suited for wetland recovery. We also consider the presence of industries, wind farm, and agriculture aiming to restore the balance while acknowledging their impact. Treating water at tributary junctions become crucial as most pollutant enter the water and disrupt the ecosystem. Wetlands along the river edge can act as a natural filter complemented by the water treatment plants that not only purify the water but also serve as a community spaces, supporting ecological recovery and social connection. Reclaiming the wetlands relies on reconnecting water and land, creating corridors for ecosystem to thrive. By linking fragmented wetlands along the river's edge through channels and overflow zones, we allow purified water to flow into surrounding areas. This system mimics the natural water flow, enhancing filtration, water retention, and wildlife habitat. To sustain these restored wetlands, it's crucial to maintain the balance between the water system and nature, which helps to maintain the quality of water by using natural filtration methods that support biodiversity but also enhance the growth of manure. These purified wetlands can gradually support the reintroduction of manure. Over the time, the wetlands will become self-sustaining, fostering a balanced ecosystem that benefits both nature and community. These phases of interventions are mimicking the natural process of restoration and regeneration of wetlands. As the land holds economic value, it becomes important to negotiate the friction between the agriculture property owners and industrial agriculture processes while reclaiming the wetlands, which are defined by three options, providing flexibility and also alternative ways for farmer to gain economic while balancing the ecosystem. First negotiation looks into the cultivation of monument, producing the keystone species and its recognition, where stakeholders such as Michigan Department of Natural Resources Eagle with Anishinaabe tribe help farmers to learn about the monument cultivation, and also to provide financial support. This will not just help farmers to gain economy but also Anishinaabe tribe to reintroduce the wild rice in native place. Second negotiation looks into the environmental stewardship continuing from the traditional practice by Anishinaabe tribe, where farmers form a cooperation to maintain the wetlands which are supported by the state and provide benefits to farmers. The last negotiation provides alternatives to the industrial agriculture process through polyculture that helps to maintain the soil health and farmers to gain an economy where the state provides subsidies to the farmers to grow crops that support the soil. The inland phase also alters the shoreline over a period of time from industrial agriculture landscape and shrinking shoreline to regaining its natural ecosystem, providing different recreational activity coexist with nature. As the wetlands form naturally, balancing the human and non-human relation, it's also introduced a new landscape for social activities. The nature trails and migratory bird watching deck along the shoreline, the wetlands acting as a pause point for migratory birds providing humans and nature to coexist, providing alternative economy through fisheries and recreational fishing along the wetlands. Alternative way of commuting through boating and canoeing also has a recreational activities.
As we move into the time lapse, the transformation of the watershed comes to life. Over the years, fragmented wetlands reconnect, creating a network of thriving ecosystems. Water flows stabilize, prompting natural filtration and improving water quality. The landscape gradually transitions, restoring balance between human activity and nature. Wildlife begins to return. Monument flourishes.
The larger vision seeks to transform the industrial landscape into thriving wetlands, reconnecting the land to its natural processes. Through phase intervention, we focus on reclaiming the sub-watershed, restoring native vegetation, and creating sustainable water filtration system. By prioritizing the rights of water and fostering ecological regrowth, where wetlands become the backbone of balanced, thriving ecosystem.
By giving water its rights back, we restore its role in the ecosystem. Reconnecting wetlands and purifying the river not only heals the land but acknowledges the vital flow of water in maintaining balance. Our design envisions a future where water, nature, and community coexist, ensuring a thriving watershed for generations to come.